Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar, Benefits of Business Edition to help clients with their cash flow. My name is Fiona, and I'm part of the education team here at Xero. Now, I'd like to point out that this session is for accountants and bookkeepers. But if you do sit outside of this box, then you are, of course, very welcome to join. But just be aware that the content and language is aimed at accountants and bookkeepers. So in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to take you through a case study to set the scene, how Business Edition helps both you and your clients with incoming and outgoing payments. You'll also see how Xero Analytics and Analytics Plus is a great tool for your clients to gain greater visibility of their business. We'll then end with some next steps you can take. So let me introduce you to Caleb's Construction Limited, our case study for today. Caleb's Construction Limited employs 5 permanent staff and has 10 contract builders. They've been experiencing supply chain delays getting material and also delays in getting paid by customers. They want to make sure they keep on top of their payments and operate profitably. They know they could be saving time in their day-to-day admin and surely gain more visibility over their finances. They've just been set up with a standard Business Edition plan on Xero. Now, there are many ways to empower your clients to do more self-serving when it comes to seeing key information at a glance and carrying out day-to-day processes in Xero. Incoming cash flow creates the lifeblood of any business, so any way to help clients speed up getting paid, streamline their debtor management, and actively manage their cash flow will be beneficial for both you and them. Showing your clients the sales overview and using this as your tool to keep an eye on your client's incoming cash position is a great place to start. For Caleb's Construction, as mentioned, they're experiencing delays getting paid and want to know how to gain more visibility over their finances. The last thing they need right now is to find themselves in a cash flow crunch. As an advisor, we do recommend that you demo certain keys and key features and tools in the Business Edition, such as the sales overview here. We really want to show them the value of getting into the habit of looking at the sales overview regularly. As we can see in the screenshot, your clients can easily see the status of their invoices here, as well as the top 5 customers owing the most in order. And you can also change this to be a pie chart for more of a visual overview if you do have clients that prefer that view. And if you hover over the bar chart here, or the bar graph, they can see when money is expected to come in and by which customers. In the past, they may have been searching through different folders on a computer and trying to figure out what had been paid. But of course, they don't need to do that. They can see it all here. And it's really easy for them to raise an invoice from here as well in that new drop-down. Teaching your clients to first head to the sales overview and raise your invoices from here would be a great starting point, so they get that overview of their cash flow at the same time. The sales overview is one way to give them more visibility over their finances, and in particular here, their incoming cash flow. So it can be their sales hub. Once your clients have raised their invoices in Xero, next comes debtor management. There are some really easy tools to manage debtors, including setting credit limits, activating invoice reminders, and of course, setting up online invoice payments. Also, sending customer statements regularly is always a great idea, which can be done via the sales overview that we just had a look at. Setting up online payments will help your customers get paid up to twice as fast because their customers will be able to simply click on a Pay Now button within the invoices going forward. So this allows them to easily pay via credit card or direct debit, and they'll be less likely to forget to make payment. They won't have to log into their internet banking to go and pay invoices, so it allows for a more seamless experience for their customers. So we're now going to have a look at a few of the other tools in action that we just mentioned there. Setting up credit limits is one way that Caleb's Construction can ensure that they don't do further work for a customer until they've paid outstanding invoices. For example, Caleb's Construction has invoiced their customer Petals and Promises Limited for a $2,000 deposit before they carry out a factory renovation. Now, in the past, this customer hasn't paid on time, which has put Caleb's Construction in a tricky position where they've had to pay for materials and had done the majority of the work before being paid. So you can show your clients how to set these up by going to All Contacts, And then in this case, we're going to go to Petals and Promises. So we'll click into them there. And then here we can see that the deposit invoice is currently overdue. So to set a credit limit going forward, you can show your clients that you can just go to the Edit button into our Sales Default section, and then you can just enter the credit limit amount down here. So let's say we'll put 5,000 for Petals and Promises, and we do want to block new invoices when the credit limit is reached. So we'll make sure to save and close that there. And now if Caleb's Construction wants to invoice Petals and Promises for any further work, so we'll add a new invoice there, they'll be able to quickly see how much credit is available just by clicking straight onto the contact name. So we can see here the amount of credit available. So let's say that they want to invoice Petals and Promises for more than that available amount. So we'll enter in 3,000 in here, for example. When we tab away, we can see a banner appear straight away to let us know that we will not be able to send that invoice, and we do not have the option over here to send that. You can also show your clients that they can see who has a credit limit from the draft invoices screen as well. So if we click into our invoices here, we can see on the right-hand side, the two that are sitting there for Petals and Promises have that little sign that indicates they have a credit limit. So this is one tool that you can show your clients to help them manage their cash flow. But another is how to use invoice reminders. So invoice reminders are really effective if your clients keep on top of their bank reconciliation regularly. So let's say Caleb's Construction wants to turn on invoice reminders because they want to streamline their debtor management, just so that they can save time on chasing customers who aren't paying. So this will give their customers an extra nudge and hopefully get the cash in the door faster. As we're already on the invoices screen, we can just select the button straight from here to switch these ones on. So we'll tick the button to email customers when an invoice is 7, 14, or 21 days overdue. And you can also add a custom reminder there if you want. So we'll save that one there. Now you're probably wondering, what about customers that you don't want to send these to? Well, the great thing is that you can turn invoice reminders off for specific customers in their contact record, or you can do it from directly within an invoice. So it's fully customizable. A great way to empower your clients to know their numbers and keep on top of their cash flow is by showing them a few key reports, such as the Aged Receivables Summary Report and the Top Customers Report. Now I'm going to show you the Top Suppliers Report in the outgoing cash flow section, but currently on my screen, I've got a sneak peek of the Top Customers Report. And I'll talk more about how you can communicate the value of this to your clients later on the creditor side. But now we're going to see how Caleb's Construction can utilise the Aged Receivables Summary if they want to get a snapshot of their debtor position. So we're going to go into our Accounting tab and then into Reports. And you can show your clients where the Aged Receivables Summary Report is in our Report Centre. So it's in the Payables and Receivables section. And then I do have this one favorited. So you can also show them that they can just click on that star icon next to it just to make it a favorite. They want to easily see it at the top of their report list. So we'll click into it from there. Now, if you show your clients how to run this report with some extra columns and save it as a custom report, then they can run it as often as they like to get a good picture of what money is yet to come in. So we'll select more columns here. So we'll select available credit, mobile, phone, and primary person and update that now. And then Caleb's Construction has a better bird's eye view over who owes them what, for how long, and if they have a credit limit, for example. Not only that, but the ability to pick up the phone right from within this report and chase those customers that need additional follow-up. And by saving this report as a custom report, so we'll do that now, save as custom. This just means that Caleb's Construction can easily pull this up and use this report to work on getting more cash in the door. So your clients will be thankful that in amongst their busy days, a report is readily available with the contact details right there. So they don't have to go looking for a notebook of contact details, for example. Switching gears now to money going out, so paying suppliers. There are many tools to help your clients really save time and automate processes when it comes to paying their suppliers. The purchases overview, like the sales overview, is a great hub but for purchases. So by regularly checking their purchases overview, Cadeb's Construction will see at a glance the status of their supplier bills, especially any overdue showing in red. And they'll also have visibility over upcoming bills for the next couple of months. The next piece of the puzzle for Cadeb's Construction is to get their supplier bills into Xero and paid with the least time and headache as possible. The tools to help with this are using HubDoc to automate getting bills into Xero and ready for payment, using planned dates to schedule when bills need to be paid, and using batch payments to pay multiple bills at once, ideally a bulk supplier pay run once a month. The above tools will help them manage this and make sure they can still fulfill their customer pipeline as well as keep on top of their payments. It can be really difficult to keep track of supplier bills and receipts when you're on the go as a busy business owner, and payments could easily be missed. HubDoc is one of the core benefits of Business Edition plans in Xero, being such a valuable and free tool for your clients to use. This also makes your lives easier as advisors because there's less chasing and ambiguity at financial year end over whether your clients have included all their creditors or not, let alone how many are outstanding to be paid. Document management is a byproduct of HubDoc, along with better cash flow management from paying bills on time. But of course, you want your clients to see the value that HubDoc can bring to their business. So how can you do this? Well, you give them a high-level breakdown of how HubDoc can simplify their unique processes from start to finish. So I'll do just that for Cadeb's Construction here. So I'd start with the fact that they can use pretty much any device to capture bills and receipts. And with the mobile app, it's a snap and go. So it makes it really easy when they're out and about at jobs, etc. And on that, clients can actually add notes to these documents to give a bit more information, which of course makes your job as advisors a lot easier. They barely have to do anything with it when it's uploaded, as the key data is extracted and stored. So they just have to tell HubDoc how they want to publish it in Xero. And thanks to AutoSync, the next time a similar bill comes in, it'll be automatically pushed to Xero. They don't have to lift a finger. And to save even more time, HubDoc actually detects credit notes and flags them for review. So that should help avoid credit notes being saved incorrectly as a bill, which of course means less errors at the end of the month. With smart folders, bills and receipts are automatically sorted and stored in HubDoc, so no more scrambling to find them. And with the bill now in Xero, it's simple. All they need to do is review, approve, and plan payments. Not to mention, they've got a more up-to-date view of their cash flow. And another little bonus, no paper is needed. What more could you want? So HubDoc gives Caleb a quick and easy way to capture their bills and receipts. He can then use planned dates in Xero to schedule when he will pay his bills and utilize batch payments to quickly pay his suppliers. Caleb is feeling a lot better with this new process, but he would still like a few key reports up his sleeve to get insights into his payables and top suppliers. Now, as I showed you the aged receivables summary earlier, I won't show you the aged payables summary now. But if you show that one to your clients, they can use it to make sure they haven't missed any payments. Or perhaps use it to make sure they haven't reconciled a transaction that should have instead been matched against a bill or bills. Now, I did say earlier in the webinar that I would talk about the value of the top suppliers report. Knowing who the top suppliers are is obviously really important so that your clients can negotiate prices and, as I alluded to, look at buying in bulk from them. Any opportunity to save money and increase profitability is, of course, welcomed. So we're going to take a quick look in Xero now at this report. So we'll go to our report center again. So we'll go through our breadcrumb this time into our reports, and we're going back down to that payables and receivables section. And you get them to choose the payable invoice detail report here. So we'll see the common formats panel here on the left-hand side. So they just need to choose top suppliers there. So in just 2 clicks, they can see who their top suppliers are. And you can show them here that they can choose to see both the chart and the table, like I have it as it is here, or they can just choose the chart perhaps. Now, Cadence Construction wants to make sure that they don't have any outstanding payments to their top suppliers, because of course they value the relationship with them. So by adding an extra column for balance, they'll be able to see what's due, if anything. Again, this is definitely a report to save as custom, because then Cadence Construction can run the report whenever they want without doing any customization. From a cash flow perspective, managing these relationships will help ensure long-term profitability, and they can use it to prompt updating payment dates. So for the last section of our webinar, we're going to talk about insights. Providing your clients with insights, whether that be helping them to create a budget or forecast using Budget Manager, or showing them how to use Xero Analytics, will help you to be their trusted advisor. For Cadence Construction, they not only want more insights, they also want an advisor they can sit down with to have a productive discussion about how to move the business forward. So how can you help your clients to paint a better financial picture to help them plan ahead? Well, Xero Analytics is a great business edition tool that can help you do exactly that. Showing your clients the business snapshot in Xero Analytics is one way to empower them to know their numbers and look at key metrics. Another is, of course, using the short-term cash flow to show them their cash flow projection and prompt them to add their planned and expected dates. Now, there is also the Plus version, so Analytics Plus, and this is a paid add-on, but it does provide more functionality compared to the free version available in Business Edition. Or if you have the Ultimate plan, Analytics Plus is already included. So with Analytics Plus, you can also show your clients the effects of a potential purchase. So that's a really great opportunity as their advisor to discuss options and provide advice around perhaps the timing of purchases. So let's jump into Xero to have a quick look at Xero Analytics, and we'll look at the version that is included in Business Edition plans. So we'll start with the Business Snapshot, which we'll find in the Business tab. And we're going to see some great date options, but I'm just going to look at the year to date over here. And now we're going to take Caleb through the trends over time and show him how the business is performing. So we'll look at his profitability and how he's doing around efficiency. Now, if we hover over this graph at any point, we can compare the figures year on year to identify those trends. Now, in the expenses table, we can see the largest operating expenses. In Analytics Plus, we can actually personalize the information here. So you'd see a few other options here in a drop-down. And one of them is expenses that have increased the most. So you could use that to help your clients with realistic ways to keep costs down as their business grows. Let's take a look at the financial position and cash. Now, often getting paid and paying suppliers is where a lot of the cash flow stress lies, right? Well, we've got these two little boxes over here on the right. So Caleb can actually compare the average time it takes to get paid versus the average time it takes to pay suppliers. So we can help them to get these get solutions to get these in line. And this toggle here at the bottom is really powerful. So we can see so much insight now. We can see at a glance whether Caleb can cover his debt in the short term, how much of his business is financed by borrowing, and other key ratios. These will help drive our advisory conversations and highlight key areas to chat about. So there's lots of opportunity there to help paint that better picture for our clients. Now we're going to switch gears now and have a look at the short-term cash flow. So that's also found in the Business tab. Now, this predicts the potential amount of cash Caleb's Construction will have in the future. Now, we're just in the basic version of Xero Analytics at the moment, but with Analytics Plus, you can actually see this up to 90 days. But we're just looking at 30 days here in the included Business Edition version of Analytics. So taking Caleb through this projection, he'll see the summary of potential money coming in and out and his projected balance at the end of the selected period. And if we hover over the graph, we can see a breakdown for more information. Now, the projection here includes all bills and invoices awaiting payment. So this just means if the due date has passed, they're not included. So it's a good reminder to get your clients to update their planned and expected dates on their invoices and bills so that when you both jump into Xero Analytics, you get up to date and realistic insights. We can see a projection breakdown here, and you can group that by week, by day, or by invoices and bills. And with Analytics Plus, Xero makes predictions based on transactions in the last 3 months. So it predicts cash transactions and recurring invoices and bills that aren't even in Xero yet. So this, of course, gives your clients a more complete picture of their potential cash flow. At the bottom, we see suggested actions of adding expected and planned payment dates. And with Analytics Plus, we can add one-off amounts for scenario planning as well. So you'd be able to add a purchase to their forecast, and then you'd see on the graph up here whether there are any red dips there that would indicate that the timing of that purchase may not be right. So that would be a great opportunity to work with your clients to better plan investments and bridge any cash gaps. So I hope you've seen through our case study today that by showing your clients different tools in Xero's business edition plans, they'll be able to automate processes, save time, and improve their cash flow. And there is lots in it for you as well, as their data will be up to date and you won't have to chase them for much at financial year end. Also, you've got the opportunity to carry out more meaningful cash flow advisory. So where to from here? Firstly, think of what clients would benefit from having a more hands-on attention, such as helping them streamline their processes, providing monthly or quarterly reports, advising them of their next steps to grow their business, etc. Secondly, have a think about what makes your firm unique and what you bring to the table to add value to your clients. How can you help them and communicate the value of business edition plans? And finally, check out Analytics Plus for more advanced insights into your client's cash flow. Find out more on Xero Central.